girls. One girl lucky enough to have that job is our American colleague and friend of the stars, Tabitha Soren.
Hi. I'm Tabitha.
Hi, Tabitha.
I brought you some coffee.
I love you. I'm in.
He loves me already.
This is coffee. I'm easy. Nice view. That's Canada.
I know. I just found that
Here's
out.
Windsor, Canada. We went over last night and they stopped us. And then we came back last night and the guy opened up the van and he points right at me. He goes, "Where were you born?" For a minute I had to think about it.
What?
Perth Amboy, New Jersey. Okay.
So you travel pretty light. You have no big trunk or anything?
This is it. I travel very light. 2 pairs of jeans, a couple shirts.
What do the rest of the guys have? If you're the lightest traveler.
At least twice what I carry. I carry
Clothing?
nothing. Yeah, all those guys, I don't know what they got in these bags, but I don't understand what you need on the
But that's
road.
a pretty adventurous, heavy book in there. You'd think you'd be like carrying the paper bags if you were
I
worried
don't want to
about.
talk about my luggage anymore, guys. Let's go. Let's go see Detroit.
So these are my wheels.
You got your dad's car?
Big red car. Gonna take you for a little ride. We don't know where we're going, but I'll be chivalrous.
That's life on the road.
What was it like touring Europe? Because I was over in England, and apparently you guys were selling out like crazy.
Europe, this tour was pretty great.
What about you guys opening for the Rolling Stones? What was that like?
Big thrill. When I took my son Jesse, who was only 6 months old, guys, I gotta be like a fan and, take a picture with the Stones
Right.
and Jesse here, and Keith says, wait. He runs back in and he grabs a pick and he gets in Jesse's face. He says, "Here, boy, suck on this and write some hits." And I'm thinking, this is the coolest thing ever. And Jesse looks at him and goes, "Wow."
Do you know what time it is? You got a watch on?
Yeah, it's after 2.
So you have sound check at 4? We should go. I'll be back to see you at 4. We'll go to sound check.
I'll see you then.
Thanks. So I understand what all the instruments are doing on the stage, but what is this?
This is a bar. We wanted to have like a bar atmosphere. So we put a small bar up and everybody came up and really loved it.
So how do you decide who sits up here with you? Who are the lucky chosen people?
We get radio contest winners.
And do they actually get to drink alcohol if they're old enough?
Yes, if they're old enough.
Look, they're coming in.
Ah, they're filing in. It's time to run away. Run away.
Is there anything about the 80s, if you could redo, that you would change?
Not one thing.
Not one thing?
No.
Come on, some of those mall rat clothes.
The big hairdos.
Yeah.
It was the times. I mean, you look back and you
I'm
go,
a reformed mall rat fashion victim
oh
myself.
yeah. I mean, you look back and you go, jeez. But
Big hair is kind of funny. I look back at those pictures, I laugh.
The best thing about music, if you're a musician and you're a listener, is to actually be there when a musician gets off. It's almost like sex. I mean, when a musician really does something creatively brilliant, and you're there to watch it, and it came out of this combustion and all this stuff, that's where I try to get to every night when I play, emotionally.
When's the last time that happened?
I usually get there at least once or twice a night.
Will you give me a little cue when that happens? We'll make sure.
I hope everybody can see it. I always go inward, I think, instead of... I'm not the guy that's waving my arms and
But you
going.
probably make those funny faces.
Oh yeah, I do. I make those sex faces. Yeah, absolutely. I always. My mother's always going, "When are you making those faces for?" I can't help it.
Thanks. Have a good show.
Okay.
So how do you feel about the show, to start with?
I was happy.
How can you tell when a show is working?
You just know. You just know.
In 1991, I remember you guys getting the Lifetime Achievement Video Award. Can you describe describe how you were feeling? I mean,
it was a terrible feeling. I fired our manager that night. I didn't speak to the band prior to it. We sat in different rooms at the awards. I knew in my heart that they were giving us that award for ratings and not because of any other reason. We'd been in the business for 7 years, and they're giving you a Lifetime Achievement Award.
but I'm assuming that night was one part of a larger picture.
The burnout of the Slippery era, Slippery, that amazing tour that took us to heights beyond, that's that 1 in a million. Instead of sitting home and going, this is great, let's take a year, enjoy this, write some songs, go to the beach, we just went, wow, this is like junk, you know, I need more. And ran in and did Jersey. And in retrospect, it was too quick. So by the time that tour was over, it was 2 albums, 2 200-plus show tours, and burnout.
Well, thank you very much for spending the day with us.
Thank you.
I'm exhausted, but I had a really good time.
Welcome to life on the road. Try this 240.